Hello there, guys, and welcome back to another installment of Juan's thoughts? Question mark. I did the first part with Aaron Jones, and I think this second part or the second segment with Juan's thoughts is going to be about the offense again. We had a pretty good defense, so I think most of the offseason should be spent focusing on the offense. I specifically want to talk about Mike Gesicki just because just looking through it, going back through some of his tape, and just further analyzing like kind of like our offense and how it should kind of progress and move forward. I think Mike should be probably number one option. I think going into every game, it's to get him minimum 10 targets. I don't want to see going into the second quarter and he's still not getting his first target. I think these next couple of plays I'm going to be able to show you guys that given the opportunity, I think he can be our number one option for the offense, especially with all the new pieces and young pieces that we should be getting. So on this first play here, we're actually going to see a crossing route by Mike. One of the things that I actually like about here is that it's not initially there, but Fitzpatrick buys some time, steps up, watches him go across, and then actually throws him open, which, is amazing. This play here early on in the season is what's kind of let me to know that he was going to take that next step. Watch him here with the stutter step, be able to get past his man. They kind of run into each other, but then he goes ahead and high points the ball, which I love to see. This is one more time going to be the Bills game. This time you're going to see again a crosser, but watch how Fitzpatrick doesn't give him the best ball. He still is able to go and make a one-handed catch, which is what we're going to need for Tua and whoever else is going to be down here to make plays. This next CD versus Jacksonville is probably going to be one of the nicer ones. It's very clean out. It's an out route. He goes ahead and beats his man, and you see him again with the little shake and the jimmy. I know we've been able to see Mike go ahead and one hand people and jump over people and even hurdle people, but this right here play is probably the most athletic I've ever seen him. He completely just shakes out number 29. 47 takes a horrible angle and he just takes advantage for a 70-yard gain, which is his longest of the career, and I think it was the longest play of the year for us. This right here is what I expect more of next year. You're going to see Gesicki going basically between three defenders and Tua just basically threaded in there. I think once both of them get comfortable, you'll see a lot of this in the future. I think we can all agree this is probably everybody's favorite Gesicki play. He goes ahead and runs a crosser down the middle. Tua does a good job of making sure he's wide open and throwing it in there. He does throw it a little high and a little outside, but any other throwing is probably a pick or at least a batted pass. Great job by him to go and get it and take the hit as well. This CD showed a lot of growth and progress from Tua. This is probably kind of similar to the Gesicki in the Jets game with the touchdown, where it's just going to be I'm throwing it up to you no matter what, and you got to come down and get it for me. And I'd love to see the trust start to build, and hopefully we get more of that coming soon. This right here is going to be a great play designed by Chan Gailey. We're going to see Gesicki in line like he's going to block, which he never does. He actually does a good job of selling that he's staying into block before slipping out. Tua does an excellent job of guiding into the other defenders, and then as soon as he commits to staying on the hole, he throws him in for the touchdown. Another good example of a Kelsey type of play by Gesicki, which is oddly enough against the Chiefs. Watch him stutter step, stutter step, stutter step, break loose, and then we're going to see Tua throw a great and excellent ball to him. If the Bengals one-hitter or the San Francisco 70-yarder isn't your favorite play, then this is probably it. This was probably the most trust throw that we saw Tua just genuinely just throw it up to whoever. You're going to see Mike basically triple teamed in a sense, but somehow Tua still trusted him and got it in there. All right, so having gone through the tape and having gone through the plays and everything that I showed you guys, I think it's very clear that Gesicki is a special player. Is somebody that we should be moving forward, really focusing and emphasizing on getting the ball early and often. I think he's somebody that should be getting a game plan heading into the week and going into the game as far as getting him 10 to 12 targets every single game. I know some of you guys are going to say that he did look better with Fitzpatrick, which I think is debatable. I know I've looked at the numbers and I've seen them play. He does look a little more comfortable. Fitzpatrick did move him around a little more in different formations. Ultimately, you only saw with Fitzpatrick the two big games. One being the Buffalo game, which was 130 yards, and then the other one, the San Francisco game, which was like 90 yards, but he had 170 yarder catch and run. I think with Tua, Gesicki was more of the consistent threat where he was more getting the 40 to like the 88-yard range every single game, without that big drop off. Once Tua actually went through his first start and got into rhythm with him. I think if all else fails next year, we should be having some early draft picks as far as receiver, and running back and that type of thing. So I don't think that we're gonna be necessarily designing our entire offense off rookies and younger players. I think Mike and Devontae and Preston and all these guys are going to have to take a big step forward to really help out and alleviate the pressure from the young guys that are supposed to come in. But Mike specifically, I think he should be our number one and our entire focal point of the offense, in my opinion. Peace.